Zach, interesting hat here. Give me a little history on it.
Well, I dug this hat up in New York City. It came out of a colonial landfill site, and we were searching around, and laying next to a pile of mixed modern and old dirt was this crushed hat. It was crushed at the time.
Was the site that you found it on down by Water Street, New York?
Yes, it was in Lower Manhattan, and a lot of Lower Manhattan was extended by landfill beginning in the late 1600s right up through modern times still.
In fact, Water Street at the time in the 18th century was originally underwater and part of the bay.
Correct.
Water Street I'm very familiar with because I collect Revolutionary War, and I've got some of the buttons and so forth that were found down there where the mud seals the area. Cloth and pewter and brass comes out almost like the day it went into the mud.
I know, that always amazed us.
Very unusual sight. Very nice.
Lots of goodies to be found that day.
Unbelievable. This is the first actually intact 18th century hat I've ever seen come off of a site. We've seen bits and pieces, but to find a whole one is... Obviously, this one was discarded intact, which very rarely were items discarded, or possibly blew off his head while they were out there at sea and so forth. Yeah. Originally, the Tricorn hats started out as a round hat, and then later they folded the sides up to make them Tricorn hats. Now, during the Revolution, most of your military ones will have a cockade on the side of them. If we look in the inside of the hat, originally there would have been a little sweat man going around the inside, which, as of course, you know, being in the water, it may have detached, or it may have even been lost before he lost it. Seems to be some traces of mud and so forth.
Yeah, I didn't clean it off too much. I kind of like it looking like it's still fresh out
I
of the
agree with you
ground.
100%. Have you ever thought of a value on the hat?
Well, actually, somebody several years ago offered me several $1,000s for it.
Did they really?
But
yeah.
I'm more interested in the hat than the money.
The history is spectacular. It really is. I would say a retail value on it today somewhere around probably $7,000 or $8,000 on it. Some of the military ones that have cockades on them have brought $10,000 and $15,000. But the story is very, very unusual. Possibly the only 18th century Tricorn hat to have been excavated in this country.
I've often thought that.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you for bringing it in.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.